In this video, we want to learn to read graphs to calculate something called net change. So we're going to look at some graphs. When you're looking at graphs, it's always a good idea to look at your axes. So if you look at the vertical axes right here, we've got carbon dioxide measured in parts per million. And then we have years down here in the horizontal axis, the x-axis if you will, and it goes 400,000 years, 350, and if you look kind of here at the zero as it says is 1950. So, and then this is years before 1950. So this graph goes from 400,000 years before 1950 to 1950, and then if you kind of track this graph, here's the present day. Okay, so we want to determine the net change in atmospheric carbon dioxide between 400,000 years ago and present day levels. What we really want to do is analyze two particular points. So we're going to look at the point at the current level, and we want to look at 1950. Now the way to do this is you're going to take this and draw a really straight line. I'm not going to be able to draw a very straight line. If you drop this back over here, for 1950, we get a number, let's call it 380 parts per million. Now it's really hard to necessarily read the graph. It might be like 390. It's going to be a kind of figure it out on your own. Let's call it 390 parts per million. That's the present day. That's today, right? Now, if we go to 1950, we're going to draw a straight line, come back here, and you'll see that kind of intersects at 280 parts per million. So, and this is 1950. Well, folks, I'm doing the math right here. I'm going to simply subtract these two numbers. So the difference between 1950 and the current level is the difference between these two numbers. 390 minus 280 is 110 parts per million. So the difference, or the net change, between 1950 and the current level is 110 parts per million.